You two get to a lot of subjects in the book, in the documentary, frankly, that a lot of us would have trouble talking about with our parents. And one of those topics is sex. Why did you decide to ask your mom about all her lovers before and after
I don't know
your
that
dad?
I decided. I mean, my mom has always been very, open and honest with me in pretty much everything. Sometimes more than I wanted to know. But it was always funny as a kid. Like we'd be watching, an old movie. I remember we were watching Robin Hood one time with Errol Flynn, and I remember turning to her. I was probably like 12 years old, and I said, "Oh, do you ever know Errol Flynn?" And she would be like, "Oh yes." And then she'd sort of drift off, and there'd be a long silence. And I never pursued it because I didn't really want to know, but I knew there was a lot more there. Little did I know what actually was there.
And you just decided to let it rip. You were going to tell him.
Well, no. I mean, I said that I dated him. I didn't go into any details.
Right, yes.
I mean,
You say
he
in
was
the
a
book.
friend,
You
yes.
say in the book, sex is great. We ought to have a sense of humor about sex.
Well,
You
that's true.
say, "Oh my gosh, I suddenly realized my mother has a better sex life than I do."
Well, she's had a more
come on.
she's had a much more interesting dating life than I have. That is certainly true. And I think I think what's amazing about my mom is that she believes the next great love is right around the corner, and she's the most optimistic sort of person, and loves being in love. She loves, she loves.
I'm always in love. Always in love.
Like right now?
Right now, I'm in love with a tree that I saw, the second tree from the corner.
I don't know if that
Beauty.
counts.
I'm in love with beauty.
But you also been in love
but a
with a
person's-
lot of men.
But a man's better. I mean, a person's better. And there's someone right around the corner, I believe. Why not?